What is up, everybody? Renfail here. Hopefully you're doing well. We've been sinking our teeth into the Oblivion Remastered project over the past few days, and we just crossed the 25-hour played threshold, which means it's time for my initial review. If you're not familiar with my review process, I do 3. Let's vibe to that music for a second. We start off with the early thoughts video, which I've already done. That's after the first stream and or session. Then we follow it up with an initial review after around 20-25 hours played, and then we do a final review when we finish. That video is going to be a long way out because there's a lot of content to cover in the Oblivion Remastered project. And we're going to be playing this throughout the entirety of the month of May, so hopefully you're going to stick around for the whole thing, because I've never done the DLC for this game. So as soon as I wrap up the Thieves Guild quest line, I'm going to go get the Unbreakable Lockpick, and then we're off to do quests. So let me get into the game really quick. Might as well. And minimize this down. So, I'm 7 sessions in, like 25 hours in. We're here in the middle of this dungeon right now. We're at the tail end of the Thieves Guild quest line. Spoiler alert, I'm going to be showing some quest stuff on the journal, quest journal stuff on the page. So if you haven't ever played this game, which there are surprisingly quite a few people who have never played it, I'm about to show the quest journal, so just be prepared. We're currently working on the Ultimate Heist, which is the very last of the Thieves Guild quests, and it's been a hell of a good time. I am not going to be finishing this game anytime soon. So, I had story beats that I remembered specifically related to the main storyline, and then the Thieves Guild quest. So I'm sort of repeating the Stealth Archer build that I played 20 years ago, but for the most part, I don't remember much of the game. And the cool thing about that is that I get to play this as though it's a brand new RPG, apart from the handful of story beats that I remember. And I've never done any of the DLC. So there's the DLC actually included in this remastered. So one of the cool things is as soon as I wrap up doing the Thieves Guild quests, we're going to go do the Unbreakable Lockpick quest, and then we're going to start, I think, the first DLC. And we're going to do that. We're going to do the 2 DLCs back to back, and then after I do the 2 DLCs, I'm going to start to just branch off and go explore things. I remember back in the day, I did the Dark Brotherhood quest, the Mages Guild quest, the Fighters Guild quest. I did all the class, all the guild quests. And then eventually did the main quest, and that's kind of what I'll probably do again. I think I may change my mind. I may just do the Thieves Guild quest, the DLCs, and then wrap it up. I do have a somewhat of a rough timeline because I want to have this wrapped up by the time Tainted Grail, was it Tainted Grail Mist of Avalon or Tainted Grail something Avalon is coming out on, I think, the 23rd of May. But then on the 15th of May we have the Star Wars Outlaws DLC and Doom the Dark Ages. So I really need to have this wrapped up by the 15th of May. So that's kind of my objective right now, is I'm playing this on top of the Days Gone remaster and Expedition 33. So it's kind of chaos. In my early thoughts video, I talked about how I really love like the new UI. The new leveling system is quite nice. The way that it works, it's more sort of a hybrid between the old Oblivion style and then Skyrim. But essentially, as you're going through and working on your various major skills and minor skills, these all contribute to this, and then that gets you, every time you get a ding here, it pushes the bar further up, and eventually you get to the point where you can level up. I don't know what the max level is in this game. I'm level 11 right now after about 25 hours of gameplay. I've not been rushing. I'm playing on normal difficulty. I'm not using any gimmicks. I'm not using any mods. We were actually having a really fun, not a debate, but a discussion this morning in chat because some people were promoting hacks. And I was like, why would I waste, why would I want to go do hacks? Why would I want to go like gimmick the game to get my lock picking up or to get my sneak up? Like, that ruins the purpose of me doing an immersive playthrough. Like, yeah, I could go to the Imperial prison at the very launch of the game and I could cheese the game and use that hack to like level up my sneak all the way to the max, or I could sit there on the last bar of the lockpick and just spam the button to level up. But what's the point? Like, I want to do an actual role play playthrough of the game as it was intended. But that brings me to the next point, because what this game is at its core, and this is something I think some people have failed to recognize, because I had somebody in chat this morning who was like, "Oh, I really wish they would have gotten rid of the loading screens in this deal, in this remaster." And it's like, well, I don't think you understand what this is. That's why it is a remaster, not a remake. A remake would have been able to go in and do something like reduce the loading screens, but this is a remaster. So essentially, what it is it's the creation engine that the game has always run on, and then they took Unreal 5 and they did a skin, and they dropped the skin on top of the foundation layers of the game, and that's what we're playing. We're playing the skinned version, the transmogged version of Oblivion. And I gotta say, it's a great time. I'm having an absolute blast. Um, this is something where, for me, because it's been 20 years since I've played the game, I don't really remember anything. So I'm playing a stealth archer. I killed a vampire, a bunch of vampires actually, earlier today in the stream, and got this gear. Some of it's broken though, because we've been down in this dungeon working our way through, and my armor broke. But I've got some really cool stuff like the where did it go? Quick commercial break, everyone, to celebrate and give thanks to all of these amazing people who keep me on the air full time. Really appreciate the support. All you got to do is join as a member. You get access to private videos. You can also do super thanks on any upload, or super chats and stickers on any live stream or premiere you see. And beyond that, don't forget we're multi-streaming over on Twitch now, so you can support over there as well. Thanks so much to everybody. Let's get back to the video at hand. Hang on, go look at it. The boots of, yeah, this is fun stuff here. So the boots of Spring Heel Jack. I've got the Cuirass of Health, the Infiltrator's Gauntlets. I've got the Mithril Greaves. I've got the Mithril Boots too, right there. But I've been wearing the boots of Spring Heel Jack because that's for the quest. I've got a base ring of the Archer. So I mean, I've got a reasonable amount of gear now. I've got an Elven bow, as well as my original boom bow, which had a little bit of a damage magic on it. I've got the Blade of Woe. I've got Dagger of Fragments, which is the dagger that I use. And we've been going through and just working on quests. And I have so many quests here that I could potentially go work on after I finish up with the one I'm on right now. And that just brings me to, back to, I had forgotten how big this game was or is. And again, I never played the DLC. So going through here and just focusing on what Oblivion offers, there is a ton here. There is, I think we were talking about this in chat today. I think someone was saying like around 150 hours of content if you play just like the base game and the DLCs. And then if you branch off and do like completionist versions, you could be up to 200 hours of gameplay if you really want to go out there and you're working on like maxing out all of your skills and doing every single thing there is, and like doing the housing and everything else. Like we got our what is it called? It's like a spire or something. Yeah, we got the Frostcrag Spire house today, which is like a wizard's tower, which is really cool. I never knew it was a thing. I saw it on TikTok last night, and then when I logged in this morning, the very first thing I did with the stream community was I was like, let's go get this house. I couldn't afford all the things, but I got the vault space and the alchemy table as an example. So again, like for me, there are story beats that I remember, but for the most part, everything here is new to me. So I'm able to play this game like it's brand new. And we already talked about how, we have the new third person POV, and we've got things like the dodge, and of course all the new skins and everything else, and the new leveling system. And there's a lot to love here. And I see some people talking about, I don't want to pay $50 for, a game that I've already played before. Don't. I'm happy to do so because I don't have any memories of this game other than I played it 20 years ago, and there's discs somewhere, I don't know where, probably in a storage chest at my sister's house, from all those years ago. But for me, it's like playing a brand new game, and I have no problem with them pushing this out. I know some people are like, oh, but their time could be better spent on Elder Scrolls 6, and at the end of the day, I mean, those people aren't wrong, but at the same time, I'm happy to spend $50 on this and get 150 hours of entertainment out of it. There's nothing wrong with that. I think if you're happy with the results of the money you spend, then that's all that matters at the end of the day. So I personally didn't have to spend 50 bucks. I clicked the wrong button there. Don't worry about it. I'm playing it through Game Pass, so my Ultimate Game Pass subscription, I get to play all sorts of cool games. Um, and for me, this was a Game Pass playthrough, so it was unexpected, unannounced, and I've squeezed it in the middle of my Expedition 33 and Days Gone Remastered playthroughs, and I'm having a great time. I think if you love the Elder Scrolls and you haven't played Oblivion in 20 years, it's a lot of fun. And if you've never played Oblivion, this is a great time. And I think that's the thing a lot of people are missing is that there are actually quite a few people who became fans of Bethesda and of the Elder Scrolls after Oblivion came out. Maybe Skyrim was their first game, or maybe Fallout was their first game, or maybe Starfield was their first game, and they've never played this classic game. And one can hope that if this does well enough that they're going to go back and remaster other games, because I think all of us would love to see Morrowind remastered, Fallout New Vegas remastered, Fallout 3. That's the next one that's rumored. We'll see if it's true or not. But for my money, I'm having a great time. I'm literally, it's like a little bit of nostalgia, but not really because there's so much I just don't remember. And because I've never done the DLC, I'm going to get to see new things that I've never played before because those are included in the remastered edition. So, love to hear your thoughts. Drop them down below. Like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you never miss an update. And I will see everybody tomorrow morning, bright and early, for more Oblivion Remastered. Every single day, we start at around 5 a.m. Central on YouTube and Twitch, and everything in between the streams happens here on YouTube. So, there's about 8,000 videos on the channel. Go check them out, and I'll see everybody tomorrow. Stay safe, and happy gaming.